When you think of Ireland, images of emerald hills, ancient castles, and lively music might spring to mind. It's a land known for its storytelling, a place where myths and legends have been passed down through generations. But behind this picturesque facade, there's another story often untold and unseen. This story isn't about the Ireland that's celebrated around the world on St. Patrick's Day. It's about the shadows that linger in the corners of its history and the present-day challenges that many prefer to ignore. Today we peel back the layers of this beautiful island to reveal a side that rarely makes it to the postcards or tourist brochures. We're going on a journey, one that might be uncomfortable at times but is necessary to understand the true complexity of Ireland. From the echoes of a turbulent past to the whispers of current struggles, we're diving deep into the aspects of Ireland that will startle you, make you think, and perhaps even change how you see this famed nation. Historical context. As we explore Ireland's past, we uncover layers not often spoken of. Ireland's history is as complex as it is long, marked by periods of turmoil and struggle that have shaped the nation we see today. Long before Ireland became a destination for picturesque holidays, it endured centuries of conquest and conflict. From the Viking invasions to Norman conquests, the land has seen its share of battles. But it's not just the ancient wars that cast a shadow. More recent history has its dark chapters too. Consider the Great Famine of the 1840s, a catastrophic event that saw 1 million lives lost and another million fleeing the country. This tragedy was more than a natural disaster, it was a crisis exacerbated by political neglect and colonial exploitation. The scars of the famine are still evident in Ireland's landscape and psyche. Then there's the era of the Troubles, a period of sectarian conflict in Northern Ireland that lasted from the late 1960s to the 1998 Good Friday Agreement. This conflict, rooted in historical divisions and political disputes, led to the loss of over 3,500 lives and left deep divisions that in some ways still persist. These historical events, while no longer headline news, continued to influence Ireland's social and political landscape. They're stories of resilience and survival, yes, but also of pain and loss that have left indelible marks on the Irish identity. By understanding these darker chapters of Ireland's history, we begin to see the country in a more nuanced light. It's a journey through time that reveals how the past, often hidden or understated, continues to resonate in the present. Modern challenges. As we shift our gaze from Ireland's historical struggles to its present-day challenges, we find that the nation's journey is far from over. Today's Ireland, while thriving in many ways, faces a set of challenges that are often overshadowed by its successes. One of the most pressing issues is the housing crisis. In cities like Dublin, affordable housing has become increasingly scarce, pushing residents to the outskirts and leading to a rise in homelessness. This crisis isn't just about buildings and prices, it's about families and individuals struggling to find stability in a market that has left them behind. Economic disparities also paint a complex picture of Ireland's current state. While the country boasts a strong tech industry and a growing economy, not everyone is feeling the benefits. There are pockets of deep poverty and unemployment, particularly in rural areas where opportunities seem a world away from the booming cities. The environment, too, is a growing concern. Ireland, with its stunning landscapes, faces significant threats from climate change and pollution. Issues like coastal erosion, extreme weather events, and the loss of biodiversity are not just environmental problems, they affect the very fabric of Irish life, from farming to tourism. These challenges, though daunting, are being met with resilience and innovation. Across Ireland, communities are coming together to find solutions, from grassroots movements tackling homelessness to policy changes aimed at reducing economic inequality. Understanding these issues is key to grasping the full picture of contemporary Ireland. It's not just about the struggles themselves, but about the stories of those who face them every day and the efforts being made to forge a better path forward. Personal stories. In the midst of statistics and general discussions about Ireland's challenges, it's the personal stories that bring these issues to life. These are the voices of real people, each narrative shedding light on the human impact of Ireland's darker aspects. Take, for example, the story of Eileen, a mother from a small rural town in Ireland. Eileen's family has been hit hard by economic changes, with local businesses closing and young people moving to cities for work. Her community feels forgotten, a stark contrast to the bustling streets of Dublin. Then there's Cian, a young man from the heart of Dublin who has experienced homelessness firsthand. His struggle to find stable housing in a city where rents are skyrocketing is a testament to the harsh realities of the housing crisis. Cian's journey is one of resilience, but also a stark reminder of the systemic issues that need addressing. We also hear from Oiv, a farmer in the west of Ireland grappling with the impacts of climate change. Erratic weather patterns and changing seasons are not just inconveniences, they threaten her livelihood and the agricultural traditions passed down through generations. These stories, and many others like them, are the threads that weave together the tapestry of modern Ireland. They remind us that behind every statistic and policy discussion are individuals and communities whose lives are deeply affected by these challenges. In hearing these stories, we're not just learning about Ireland's struggles, we're being invited to understand the resilience and spirit of its people. It's through these personal narratives that the true complexity and humanity of Ireland's darker side are revealed. Global perspective. While our exploration has been deeply rooted in Ireland, it's crucial to recognize that the issues we discussed have a global resonance. Ireland's challenges are not isolated, they mirror broader struggles faced by countries around the world. Take the housing crisis, for instance. This isn't unique to Ireland. Major cities across the globe are grappling with similar issues, reflecting a universal challenge in balancing urban development and affordable living. Similarly, economic disparities and rural decline are not solely Irish phenomena. The struggle to bridge the gap between prosperous urban centers and struggling rural areas is a narrative echoed in many parts of the world. And when it comes to environmental issues, Ireland's situation is a microcosm of the global climate crisis. The challenges of protecting natural landscapes, combating pollution, and adapting to climate change are battles being fought on every continent. What sets Ireland apart, however, is its response to these challenges. The country has become a hub for innovative solutions, particularly in green technology and community-driven initiatives. Ireland's approach to these global issues offers valuable lessons and inspiration for other nations. By placing Ireland's darker aspects within this global context, we gain a better understanding of the interconnectedness of these challenges. It's a reminder that in our global village, the struggles of one are the struggles of all, and the solutions found in one corner of the world can light the way for others. Ireland's cultural complexity. Alright, let's take a moment to dive into something really special about Ireland, its culture. Now, when we think of Irish culture, it's easy to picture lively pubs, traditional music, and maybe a bit of riveting, right? But let me tell you, there's so much more to it. Irish culture is like this incredible tapestry woven with so many different threads. It's not just about the fun and lively stuff, it's also deeply rooted in history, struggles, and triumphs. This culture has been shaped by everything Ireland has gone through, and it tells a story that's rich and deeply moving. For instance, Irish literature, it's not just about leprechauns and folklore. Irish writers have been telling the nation's story for years, often touching on the tough stuff like political struggles and social issues. Think of authors like James Joyce or W.B. Yeats. Their work is filled with layers of Irish identity, history, and even the challenges they faced. And then there's the Irish language. It's a symbol of Ireland's unique identity, but it's also been a point of contention and struggle. Efforts to preserve and promote the language speak volumes about Ireland's resilience and dedication to its heritage, especially after years of it being suppressed. Let's not forget about the arts and music. They're not just for entertainment. They're ways of expressing the soul of Ireland, of telling stories, and of keeping traditions alive. From traditional Irish tunes that have been passed down through generations to modern Irish bands and artists' music, and the arts are powerful ways of connecting with and understanding Ireland's heart and spirit. This cultural complexity is what makes Ireland truly fascinating. It's a blend of joy and sorrow, tradition and innovation, all rolled into one. It shows us that Ireland's story is multifaceted, and to really get it, we need to look beyond the stereotypes and see the depth and richness of its culture. Ireland's future and potential. Now let's turn our eyes to the horizon and talk about Ireland's future. It's easy to get caught up in the struggles and challenges, but there's also a lot of hope and potential brewing in this beautiful land. First off, Ireland's youth are a beacon of hope. They're more connected, educated, and open-minded than any generation before. They're not just inheriting Ireland's legacy, they're actively shaping its future. From advocating for social issues to driving technological innovation, these young minds are redefining what it means to be Irish in the modern world. Innovation is another key word here. Ireland is fast becoming a hub for tech, green energy, and cutting-edge research. This isn't just good news for the economy. It's a sign of Ireland's adaptability and forward-thinking attitude. Companies from all over the globe are setting up shop in Ireland, drawn by its talent pool and innovative spirit. Then there's the matter of Ireland's role in the global community. Ireland's not just a small island on the edge of Europe. It's a player on the world stage. Be it in the fields of diplomacy, peacekeeping, or global issues like climate change, Ireland is making its voice heard. It's about taking the lessons from its own struggles and using them to contribute positively to the world. But the future isn't just about the big stuff. It's also about the everyday victories and the small steps forward. Communities across Ireland are working to preserve their local cultures, revive the Irish language, and protect the natural beauty of their country. It's these grassroots movements that often spark real change. As we look forward, it's clear that Ireland's journey is the straight path. It's filled with twists and turns, challenges and triumphs. But one thing's for sure, there's a sense of hope and a determination to make things better. Ireland's future is being crafted by a blend of its rich past, its dynamic present, and the endless possibilities that lie ahead. As our exploration of Ireland's darker side comes to a close, it's important to reflect on the journey we've taken. We've uncovered aspects of Ireland that challenge the usual narrative, delving into the complex layers that define this nation. From the historical struggles that have left their marks to the contemporary challenges shaping its future, Ireland's story is rich and multifaceted. It's a story of resilience in the face of adversity, of communities coming together to tackle pressing issues, and of a nation constantly evolving. But perhaps the most striking takeaway is the universality of these challenges. Ireland's story is not unique in its themes of hardship and resilience. Across the globe, nations and communities grapple with similar issues, each with their own nuances and contexts. Hope you enjoyed our deep dive into Ireland's hidden side. If you're curious for more, why not stick around? Just a quick click on that subscribe button really helps us out and keeps you in the loop for more cool stuff.